2 years is how long I've had this Fire Max 11. I can't believe it's been that long. And to show you proof, this is it right here. I placed the order. I ordered on July 11th, and I got it a little bit later than that. I think around this time I got it. And what's interesting that I just noticed was that I could have replaced it all the way up until July 30th, 2024 of last year. So they give you about a year to get this replaced in case if anything goes wrong. And in my case, nothing went wrong. The other nice thing is that you can easily get product support here directly from Amazon. They used to have it in the settings, but they removed that recently, or I want to say about a year ago, give or take. So that's kind of unfortunate. And back then, I paid about $164 or $165 after tax on this. So that wasn't too bad for its time. This had 4 gigs of RAM, a metal body design, which was becoming popular at the time. It is like kind of like gray or black, nothing too special about it, but it feels nice. And then the speakers were great too. Not to mention the screen itself having like, what was it, about 410 nits, give or take. So that was a little bit brighter than the average tablet coming out around that time at the price point. Yeah, the panel was nice too. The colors are nice as well. They feel more natural and a little bit vibrant compared to other tablets where it might look a little too warm or too cool. Here's another budget tablet I have here. I can easily see that this white feels kind of cool. It has like a blue tint. It looks worse on camera than in real life, but yeah, it's noticeable. While this one just looks straight up white here. It looks more plain. Has a Widevine security of L1 to be able to watch videos in full HD 1080p on all streaming platforms, not just YouTube. And by the way, this one I have here is the BPad 10 tablet. This is about $85. A company did send this out to me, so I'll have a link below on where you can check this out. This is like a budget alternative. This has a 1920 by 1200 display. And yeah, I will say that there are better options. Obviously, there are better options out there. But after 2 years, I haven't really had any issues with this. Besides installing the Google Play Store, I noticed for some people it's getting a little bit harder. And by the way, before that, just showing you that this is Widevine Security L1 here. And then there was recently an update, it seems like, with, I want to say, what was it, June or July? If we go into device options, system updates, we'll see that there was an update on June 17th, 2025. And I can check again now, there's probably nothing. But it made it harder to download the Google Play Store a little bit, I want to say. Just because I've been noticing a few comments where people were saying like, hey, I was having trouble installing this, or it took a little more effort than usual. This does not come with the tablet, by the way. I mean, if you could not install this, I would not be recommending this today at all. I wouldn't have recommended it either 2 years ago. But the fact that you can, and it's doable, albeit a little bit harder, I'd say it's worth the look. I know some people are thinking about getting this just as an e-reader. Just as an e-reader, I think it's fine. I think you can find something also a little more affordable and that's easier to carry because, I mean, 11 inches is large, unless if you're looking at comics or something like that. Maybe some people need that large screen to be able to view stuff kind of zoomed in. So, to each their own. Because on the Fire tablets are the only one that support a full version of Kindle, the Kindle app. So you can read all your books, your whole library here. And that's pretty much why you'd even consider getting something like this. Otherwise, it might be on sale. There is the kids mode, so it's a little more locked in terms of the software. So you can get it unlocked by using the Fire Toolbox, and that's where you can also download the Google Play Store. But I did try that recently, and it did not work. I was not having any luck. Apparently, there was some issue. Hopefully, they'll fix that. And yeah, shout out to that guy who made it, because I think, that's really needed for people. The regular App Store has improved quite a bit from 2 years ago. It looks like there's a lot more apps at the very least. I won't say it's improved a lot because I personally did not like the YouTube app that it came with. It was like a web version of it. Yeah, video for YouTube. I mean, it's probably a little bit better now. And yeah, this is just not as intuitive, I guess, for me compared to the actual YouTube app right here. So yeah, I don't know, something about it just feels better. So yeah, here's my video on that $85 Android budget tablet. And speaking of alternatives, I know I'm all over the place, guys. I do apologize. I'm just trying to get everything out here because I'm not planning on making any other videos for this or like any more updates because I think 2 years is a long enough time. But yeah, there is an alternative here, which I have right here. It's a Shaoxin Pad 2025. This one is, it's got like 8 gigabytes of RAM. It's just a faster and better in every way. I paid about $120 for this on AliExpress. So just to keep note of that. And then the other thing is that, so yeah, there's just many better alternatives outside of there. I would just consider an Android device before getting this one, unless if you want that Kindle one, or you find this on sale and you probably like the Amazon ecosystem. I haven't really heard of anyone who likes the Amazon ecosystem, but to each their own. This is mainly used for media consumption for me, and that's why the battery life has remained pretty well with me. I haven't really seen it deplete too much over the years. I really couldn't tell you how much it's depleted, unless if there's an app you guys would recommend checking out. I might make a short on that. A short, if someone comments below like a good app they'd recommend to check the battery life degradation over time. But yeah, besides that, the only other thing I think I haven't really tested or shown was the Geekbench 6 scores. So yeah, right here, if I go into benchmarks, go into history, we can see that we're getting about 9. It seems like it was going up every single time, but yeah, single core was 940, multi-core score was 2298, and this is how it compares against. It's like really low end, but it's like still a little bit better than, it's not the worst one out there in terms of pure benchmarks. And performance-wise, it does run pretty smoothly, even after 2 years. I haven't noticed any major lags or slowdowns, so that's a really good sign, albeit, you know, it's a bit older processor, 4 gigs of RAM. It seems pretty limiting in today's day and age. It was probably a little limiting back then too. But the fact that it's held up well, and that it's smooth on day-to-day use and everything, that's what matters. And not just that, but also the PSP emulator worked well, as well as some other games that I played on here, like RuneScape. So, I mean, if you guys haven't seen that video, I can just play some stuff real quick here. Before I get to the games, I did want to show what the CPU-Z shows here. The CPU and GPU. GPU is an ARM Mali G57 MC2. Surprisingly, that's what companies are still using to this day. So that's one of the reasons this hasn't gone obsolete, and I don't want to get copyrighted there, so we're just going to go ahead and try out Roblox. First game here is Roblox. It seems like the graphics are maybe not set to the minimum. It looks like it's playable, but it slows down when you're getting in combat here. I noticed some frame rate drops and hiccups. Yeah, as you can see there, that's pretty disappointing to see, honestly. And let me see if I can lower the graphic settings a little bit, if that'll help out at all. I don't know how much, to be honest, but let's see. We'll just, oh, it is at the lowest one. So yeah, that's you can kind of determine for yourself whether or not it's playable, whether or not you can you think you or your kid can deal with the level of lag here. It doesn't seem like it's terrible, but it's noticeable, that's for sure. Maybe a kid might not care as much. And one thing I will say is the Fire Toolbox can make your thing smoother. Like if you can remove, I guess, the ads on top, which I'm not sure I'd recommend personally, because I think that goes against some policies with Amazon if you're getting into that. But I think if you remove certain stuff like bloatware on here and maybe do a fresh load, which is like if you flash like a ROM or something, it might run a little bit smoother. I mean, if you guys are interested in seeing that, I might do it because I still have this tablet with me, so why not? But yeah, just let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. And then here's RuneScape 3D. Let me just make sure everything's closed. Yep, everything else is closed. We have the FPS on top here. It looks like we're getting 60 consistently. Oh, that was for like a split second. The farther out you go, the less FPS drop. The FPS drops a little more. So it's around the 30s though, which is still good. Even looking around, yeah, this is performing relatively smoothly compared to some other devices, I'd say. Yeah, and this is probably at the lowest graphic settings. Yeah, you get more consistent 50s and 40s when you're closer up or more zoomed in than out. So yeah, this is at the lowest graphic settings, and this can handle low-end gaming like we're pretty much seeing here at this point. Up 60 FPS is the max. Everything else is pretty much turned off. You can probably tweak a few things here and there to make it, if you want to make it look a little bit better, if you're willing to give up a few frames. If you just want it to be at like 30 consistently, you're okay with that. But yeah, this is playable nonetheless. I'm not really going to waste too much time on all the graphic settings and whatnot. But let me know what you guys think. I would say Amazon did a great job on this, because after 2 years, this is not obsolete. It wouldn't be the first choice, of course, because again, that Shaoxin Pad 2025 11-inch would be the first choice in my opinion. This seems like this might be the best tablet of 2025, but again, best budget tablet, I should say. But I'll be checking this out soon, so stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a like if you found this video helpful, and thanks for watching, guys.